Hello everyone. This video is going to be about the 520 Lionel electric engine, box cab electric. It was basically a design for like a mining engine by General Electric, and Lionel chose to include it in some of their inexpensive sets in 1956. There is a claim that it was for separate sale at some point, but there hasn't been real good evidence of that I could find. I imagine this engine that I have here was in a set. It's really hard to find these with a pantograph that is intact. I believe this is a replacement pantograph. It's a very inexpensively designed plastic thing that easily breaks. So it's hard to find one with the original one intact. This one seems to work just fine. It does kind of fall out easy. It basically has inside an engine from typical little steam engine. I show that later in the video when I take it apart. It has a 3-position E unit, and here's the E unit lever. It has a magnetic coupler for the back, and then just a stationary coupler, self-centering in the front. I find that it's a pretty good runner, and you know, I wanted this because I thought it was a cute little engine. I knew of it recently. Looking at my service manual, I like to get a version of every engineering type of design that Lionel's done. I don't necessarily collect the road names, I just kind of collect the models, the different constructions. An interesting thing about this train is this same molding is used on the security car that I also have. I actually have a modern manufacturer of that, and it looks identical. I can show that to you later. But anyway, it is a good runner. It's kind of like a speed demon a little bit, and I'll show you that later. To disassemble it, you just take the one screw out, and you slide it forward because there's 2 tabs in the back that go in these slots here, and then you have it open. This is a motor from the 520. It's just a basic Scout type motor or a small steam engine type motor that's mounted in a frame, and it just simply goes into tabs on the back of the E unit. It does have a 3-position E unit, and goes into the tabs in the back. I'm doing this right. Maybe I gotta do it the other way. No, I guess it's right. Not very coordinated here. And then it sits down in here. At this point, you put your screw in. That also is the mount for the truck. When I first got this, the motor was loose in the assembly, and I thought maybe that's just the way it's designed. But what the reality was the truck was actually mounted incorrectly. It's supposed to be mounted on top of this stud like here, like that. So when I bought this, it didn't have the C-ring, so I took the C-ring off another coupler I have. I had to get more parts. And now the motor is really firmly in there. So let me put the C-ring on. So now I mounted this on with the C-ring there. So there's not much maintenance to do on this. I just applied a little oil on that bearing, and then on this, and then some on the gears, and then it does have some brass bushings in there. You want to use a needle dispenser so you can get down in there. So to make this box cab electric, they just put it in this frame. They used a motor from what appears to me like from a steam engine, and that's all they did. It's cute actually when you start to play with it or whatever. It it is a nice little runner. Okay. So after that, what happens on these back cab electrics is that these little tabs break off. I think I might make something with my 3D printer to restore that. But you carefully make sure the E-unit's up and you put it in the back, little tabs, get the E-unit arranged, and then you have one screw hole, one screw hole in the front, and sometimes that cracks a little bit. Mine was a little cracked. I kind of fixed it a little bit with super glue with an accelerator so it would cure right away. This is only 8 volts or 9 volts or so it goes pretty fast. I kind of would have liked it to be geared a little lower because you can't really run it at 18 volts. It just goes way too fast. I mean, this is probably as fast as you would want to run this little thing, and that's only 10 volts. But once you add a car to it, it doesn't have a lot of pull, so let's check out that. Remember when I told you it was basically the same engine as a security car? Here I have the security car. It looks like the molding is not quite exactly the same, but very similar. Now, the security car was made later, like, you know, only like 10 years ago, so it might be different tooling, but they look very similar. So let's see how it pulls this one car, because it can pull a couple cars. The set was a gondola, caboose, some other things, and so it does okay. But you know, this is only 10 volts, and it's like going pretty fast. So let's put some more cars on it. So now I have it with a caboose. This is a caboose with a little conductor that moves around in the back. And it pulls that, okay. And it's only like 11 volts and it's going like crazy fast. But it's cute. I really like it. I think it probably was a fun little train for people who couldn't afford the more expensive train set, C56. I highly recommend it if you want to get one.